the #1 overall seed in the NCAA tournament. Pitt Panthers hosting this regional, and they're going to a 5th set with the Oregon Ducks. Let's remind you all how you got here. Pittsburgh came out swinging, hitting just under 300. They have relied on their offense, Nicole. For Oregon, it's been defense. In the 2nd and 4th sets that they won, it has been their defense that has lifted them.
Well, their block and their defensive digs have been huge, and not only that, when you get a dig, you need to put it to the floor. Their transition game has elevated. Coach Matt Ulmer of Oregon said, we wanted to push. Pitt plays a little bit shallow on defense in his opinion, so they have really been putting that ball around the perimeter of the court, and it's been paying off.
Taking a look at their record in 5-set matches, of course, that one loss for Pitt was against SMU. They were also pushed by Georgia Tech and Louisville.
It's gonna, I mean, I'm excited. I'm on the edge of my seat still from set #1, but Oregon is really doing a lot of good things. I want to see, can they push, keep that momentum on their side, and how's Pitt going to respond? This is a big moment for them.
What interests me is that Pitt has 26 sweeps coming into this match. They just haven't been in even 4-set matches very much less 5-set matches. So I'm not sure they've been tested this hard before.
Well, and I think for Pitt too, is they're playing not to lose. That's not how you want to play. You want to play to win. You don't want to wait for Oregon to make the mistakes. You got to be aggressive and go after it. So I'd like to see that change as well.
Pittsburgh targeted Mackenzie Morris a lot in that serve receive. Morris's passes weren't perfect, but they were good enough to let them go to their strengths, which are their outside hitters for Oregon, Michelle Owabete and Mimi Collier.
And Oregon's got 4 players in double-digit kills.
Balance. Owabete will start things off. A reminder, the 5th set is just at 15 points, win by 2. Set outside to Collier. Ball was out. Dan Fisher, card in his hand. And he is absolutely going to challenge. Was that in or out? It was on the Oregon bench's side, though, so he's relying on his players.
The original point was to Oregon. Pitt coach believes that ball was in.
So this is worth noting. He has another challenge in this set, and that's it. So he's using it on the first point.
I mean, there's a lot on the line here,
yeah,
for both of these teams to advance. But as Pitt, as they've been the #1 team all season long, and the last 3 years, the last 3 years have fallen short of that championship. So this is what they want. They want that championship, and they're going to do whatever it takes. So just come out, point #1, and let's find out if that was in or out. Had quite some spin on it coming off the block.
Well, so it's important to note, it isn't about whether the ball breaks the plane of the white line. It's about whether it touches the white line. Now, the original call was out. If the evidence is not conclusive, the call will stand. That's different from being confirmed.
Tough to tell there, but it looks almost like if it's down there, a little bit of the white.
Tough to see. I'm not going to make that call. Both teams have 2 challenges. If Dan Fisher is successful in getting this overturned, he retains his challenge. If not, he has 1 remaining. The set, I said, is to 15 points. The teams will switch sides at 8.
Upon review, the ball was in. It's going to be Pittsburgh. They retain their challenge.
Official Callie Kimura is the most popular person in Pittsburgh right now. That was a tough call, and she's a very good official.
Absolutely.
Valeria Vasquez Gomez serving, Pitt leading 1-0. This is good, ball down. Babcock, high hands.
I'm pretty sure this place is going to be erupting on every single point, standing on their feet this entire match.
I kind of want to stand on my feet too.
Beautiful set from Klicka to Babcock. Nice height, able to get on top of it and attack the Oregon block.
Huge front line for Pittsburgh with Stafford and Babcock on either side, and a service ace.
Well, what a way to start this fifth set is having Stafford, Babcock, Bree Kelly in the middle. I mean, look out.
And Vasquez serving an ace. Oh boy. Can't get that ball over, no touch, 4 contacts, point Pittsburgh.
And here comes that mental toughness piece for Oregon after a very thrilling fourth set.
Matt Ulmer takes the first of his 2 allotted timeouts to slow the Pitt roll. Valeria Vasquez Gomez isn't playing in the front court. She has been pivotal in the back.
She struggled in the front court early on, so they put in Blair Bayless, but Vasquez Gomez is staying in there because she's got 3 aces on the night, and her digging has been unbelievable. 10 digs, making a huge difference back there for Pitt.
Vasquez Gomez does it again. Sets up the overpass kill.
You can see head coach Dan Fisher, I don't know what he's saying, but I kind of feel like he's saying, and that's what I'm talking about.
Valeria Vasquez Gomez is in her 6th year. She could have been done. She came back for her final year of eligibility in pursuit of a championship because she knew how special this team was. Collier, it's the first time they've been able to get the ball to her, and she kills.
Mimi Collier, 15 kills on the night. And right now, Oregon looking for that momentum.
Deafening inside this arena right now. Pass is good by Stafford, back out to her. Bree Kelly in the middle. And finish, the crowd goes quiet. Oni Ofebu.
There's a few greens in here. I see we need them. They got to get on their feet. Oni in the front row and Mimi Collier, Noemi Glover on the right side of the court. They've got a talented powerhouse for Oregon.
Morris's serve at Stafford again. Babcock plants and pounds.
That's the hard part right now with Babcock up and then Bree Kelly in the middle. Oni Ofebu's got to hold a little bit. You just can't release to go back to her. So Oregon a little bit late on that block, and Babcock able to attack the seam, which is the hole right in between the 2 Oregon players.
Cat Flood into serve. Of course, you got Stafford on the outside as well. Devastating front line for Pittsburgh. Back. It's so important that they have Glover out there because I'm thinking every ball going to Collier, and it's so nice that they don't have to do that.
Yeah, it's nice. She has a supporting cast, if you will. We know she gets most of the sets, but she really does have some other athletes there on her team that can help out.
3 serving 6, McClellan at the service line. Stafford. Collier off the hands of Babcock. Babcock so tall she tosses it back down. Tori Stafford, Babcock well off the net. Oh, wow! It was ping pong, but I believe it's a touch of the net in the middle by Oregon.
Ofebu of Oregon shaking her head like I didn't touch it, so possible challenge coming here.
The ruling on the floor, it was Pitt's point. Oregon's challenge that was not a net.
I like the way that Callie said that. Challenging that wasn't a net. Here's a result.
Upon review, that was a net. It's Pitt's point. The challenge is lost.
Solid call. That was indeed a net. Tough ball, lots of pressure. Mimi Collier serving. Babcock is backcourt. Ryla Jones up front. Fairbanks is up front. Tori Stafford on the outside. Stafford's pass. From behind the setter, it's good. And Nicole, what I'm watching there, they were going to bring Babcock up through the middle, not through D-ball there.
We saw that before, making that adjustment down the middle, area 6, when you're coming down the middle of the court, the BIC, as we called it, that faster tempo backcourt set.
Collier again to Stafford. Here's that set to Babcock that we just talked about. And it's communication errors for Oregon.
It is, and that was a tough one, but that attack from Babcock down the middle. Look, Oregon shut down the D-ball, which is in the right back, so they were doing a good job. Pitt, that's their adjustment to bring her down without losing the back row attack completely, and it's helping.
Teams are switching sides because it's at 8 points halfway through the 5th set, which goes to 15, must win by 2. So far in this set, Oregon has 4 attack errors. A quick rip by Owabete. Pitt does not have any attack errors.
No, and you know, that is why they've been #1. They really are able to control those and clean it up. We saw some of those unforced communication errors happening. Those weren't attack errors, just communication errors.
De Los Reyes serve to the back line, does a good job getting them out of comfort zone. Pancake up. It's good on the back line. De Los Reyes slides in there just
what
underneath.
A dig, a pancake, throwing that hand out, and that's what we call it in the volleyball world. A pancake just comes right up the top of her hands.
De Los Reyes serving. She's the most emotional one that we saw during practice. Has a service ace.
And when we asked Coach Ulmer about De Los Reyes, he just lights up. He says she is the ultimate teammate, the all-time great teammate that you want on your team. She's got all the energy, and with her serve, she consistently puts the ball in good spots.
Dan Fisher takes a timeout as this has now been locked up. A 3-0 scoring run brought them back to even. Nicole, we have 7 points left. If this ends in extra points, tell me what each team needs to accomplish right now.
I think the work has been put in. These teams know how to play volleyball. For Pitt, it's, again, not, I need to say this correctly, but not playing to lose. They need to go out there and play to win the match, not to wait for Oregon to make the mistakes. They know what to do. They know the hard work they've put in. Now is the time. And for Oregon, it's to keep playing free as they've been doing. I think that's what's really kept them in this entire match tonight. They're tough serving and making those digs when it counts.
The last time Pitt was eliminated this early was in 2019, ironically, when the national championship was here at Pittsburgh. They were eliminated in the second round that year. Otherwise, they're used to going deep into the NCAA tournament.
And for Oregon, Daly McClellan and Mimi Collier are really the only ones with experience this late in the tournament.
De Los Reyes will continue to serve. We had two now, got them in trouble, plus the ace. Babcock has him take it down. That's a double contact.
You can see Klicka there for Pitt in the blue jersey. She is just taking it all. That ball even looked like it might be going out, but she is not gonna risk it. Going for it, and that one not enough for Oregon to keep it alive. 2 touches by Owabete.
Yep, that's the attack line, the number 4. That's about the back line. Did the person from the back court cross that attack line?
The original ruling was Pitt's point. Oregon's challenging that the attacker was on the line in the back row. And upon review, she was not. She was cleared.
Very quick review on that.
Point retained and challenge lost. He has no more challenges.
That's the most important part, is that Matt Ulmer does not have any challenges remaining.
Take another look here at the back row attack. Again, that white line is what you cannot cross if you're attacking from the back row, and she is well behind it. Olivia Babcock right there for Pitt, leading with 28 kills, 65 attempts so far tonight.
Collier, it's brought back. Babcock will take another swing. McClellan, beautiful dig, putting that in play so that Owabete can put it down.
I like Owabete's style. She's coming in hard. She's cranked some angle, and that one, a little side spin on the ball, back to the right back position of the court.
Klein serving. Collier in the back court for Oregon. Babcock. She'll swing till her arm falls off.
And I don't blame her. I don't blame her for getting all those sets. She is getting the job done. Next in line is Tori Stafford with 14 kills.
Babcock with a new career high, 29 kills, 1 away from 30. Collier's pass. Owabete. Ball and is out, but there's a net violation against Oregon. That's a gift to Pitt.
And a miss here by Babcock on the attack, but Oregon coming down the elbow, forearm into the net.
This is the final timeout for Matt Ulmer. He does not have any challenges left, and he does not have any timeouts left.
Yeah, there's no way to slow down the game after this, so this is the one. Regroup, take a deep breath. They do a lot of mindfulness at Oregon at both of these schools.
Yeah, they need to take some time and talk about it. Meanwhile, Pitt relying on Olivia Babcock. 30 kills for Olivia Babcock. Not only is it a career high, but she is the first Pitt player to do that since Kelly Campbell in 2007. Just a sophomore.
Wow.
Want to have a player of the year discussion?
Dangerous. Yeah, I mean,
There's a lot of
this
good
whole
ones.
week.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of good ones, and you will see them throughout today and tomorrow. Just incredible. Fans are ready and fired up. Let's check in with McKella.
Yeah, they're getting fired up in the Oregon huddle. Matt Ulmer saying now is the time. Now's the time to out-team them. Now's the time to out-tough them. Let's go out there and do this.
Out-team, out-tough. Oregon going to rely upon their culture at this point.
Absolutely, and they have a good one, and no regrets. Leave it all on the court, no matter what you got. Even if they're not thinking they're tired at all. They're not even thinking about that. They're just thinking, set me the next ball.
And you know this about me, Nicole. Please don't tip the ball.
Exactly.
Right? Don't tip. It's still good. There you go. Good swing. Every ball to Babcock at this point.
I wouldn't blame them if they do. She has been on fire and making wonderful decisions when she goes up there. She's thumb down off of the outside hand of Michelle Oabete of Oregon. And right now it's one at a time.
Fairbanks serving. That's a beautiful serve. Really hard to read. It's good. People have cleared out. Oabete outside the antenna. For Oregon. Oabete, her final year. Ofebu, a senior as well. Mackenzie Morris. Absolute disaster as you're running across. It is match point. This never happens.
This is just unfortunate, but this is what happens and kind of risky when you're going to make that move all the way around the court.
#1 team in the nation, the top overall seed. Match point. Oabete, big dig. Bayless for the swing. High hands, got a touch. And not yet.
You can see Oabete's got a tough serve. Olivia Babcock over here taking a deep breath.
Babcock, Kelly, and Stafford up front. This is for the match. Babcock off the block, touched off Babcock again, and again, satisfaction delayed. Dan Fisher calls a timeout. Gives Matt Ulmer a break because he didn't have any.
No, and a big swing, but that block came back and bonked Babcock on the head. Take another look here. Look how high she is, and she's just, that's the thing about jumping so high. Sometimes you get in the way.
What a match. Oregon is not done.
No, they're not. And this is what you play for. Honestly, this, although stressful for the players and the coaches, this is why you play. This is the love of the game. This is so exciting, and what you put all that hard work, blood, sweat, and tears for these moments.
The #1 overall seed has not lost in a regional semifinal since 2010. That was Florida versus Purdue. Meanwhile, that's 2 match points fought off by Oregon. Pittsburgh in their most successful rotation with Kelly, Stafford, and Babcock up top. Match point #3, Panthers. Every fan in the arena on their feet. Serve is good. Stafford, dime pass. To the middle, blocked. Third time, denied.
And this is what helped Oregon kind of bounce back from set number one, was their defensive game. Their block came up huge, and they were making big plays, just as they're doing right now. And Owabete putting in some tough serves.
Pittsburgh just made a change. They have put Valeria Vasquez-Gomez in on the serve receive. They serve Vasquez-Gomez. Bree King to the middle. Is there a touch? There is not. Pittsburgh survives Oregon to advance and play Kentucky. What a match.
What an exciting match here today. Back-to-back volleyball, just the level is insane. Congrats to the Pitt Panthers as they move on. They were certainly tested by Oregon, and to Oregon for an incredible season. They came out to play today, and it really showed.
They advanced to their 5th consecutive regional final.